Guys, it's a new year. Resolve to reset this new year with a quality mattress from Leeza. As you all know, I was sent a Leeza mattress and currently sleep on it every night, and I love it. Leeza leveraged over 30 years of experience and hundreds of hours of testing to develop a perfect mattress for every body, and they donate one mattress for every 10 that they sell, which I love. Start 2019 well rested. Get $160 off a Leeza mattress. That's a lot of money at leeza.com/housewives. That's LEESA.com/housewives and use promo code housewives at checkout. That's LEESA.com/housewives, promo code housewives. You will not regret this.
It's that time of year when everyone's getting engaged. We're super excited to introduce you to Beholden, a wedding brand with a curated selection of wedding gowns and bridesmaid dresses. Their spring collection just launched and everything is gorgeous. Once you order your dress or jewelry or shoes, it'll ship in just days. Check out Beholden. That's BHLDN.com. And for a limited time, use the code HOUSEWIVES for free shipping.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Casey Wilson.
Happy New Year, Danielle.
I love this look you're sporting in the new year.
Oh, God.
I know. You've been sick, and so, but you're looking great. And I love that you're doing sort of like a coat/cape combination.
It is I don't even know what this pattern is. Tartan? No.
Sure.
It's
plaid?
A cape. Yeah, plaid. A plaid cape that my mother-in-law gave me, who is so fashionable.
It is. It really turns around
Anything
a look.
she gives me, I feel it will be fashionable.
Yeah, it feels like it can turn anything into a look.
Thank you, because I'm wearing a sweatpant under it.
But you can't tell because this elevates it.
I know. Danielle, your birthday was on January 1st.
Yes, New Year's Day. I'm a New Year's baby.
Now listen, I'm really upset about something because I had 3, not 1, not 2, but 3 presents for you that I was going to put on this podcast, and not one of these motherfuckers on Cameo did it yet. These fucking motherfuckers. I'm like, you are
Bastards.
nothing, okay? You're charging me a lot of money for you to say hi in your bathrobe. Where's my birthday message?
I'm assuming it wasn't from Sonia Morgan because she gets those.
Oh, God, no.
She gets those tight. Well, I had asked Jesse Meester from 90 Days Fiancé I wanted him to send a message to our listeners.
Yeah.
I still haven't heard back. It's been a month. How dare he?
You know what, Cameo?
Get on the ball.
And I say, let people go, cut them off if they're not. Now, look, did I order these pretty recently? Yeah. But I'm like, Danielle Staub, what the fuck are you doing?
What is she doing? She's going through a divorce, but she doesn't seem to be,
You don't have Marty Caffrey's money anymore.
No,
Where is
don't.
my Cameo?
Where is my Cameo? Well,
I'm
thank
really
you for the
upset
thought.
because I had a really sweet, very special message from all of them. So if they roll in, I'll play them as they come because they're not cheap.
Well, I want to say it's a thought that counts, but that's not what I believe.
Now, Danielle,
How was your holidays? How was your New Year's? I know you were with Paul.
I was with my dad.
And so, that's always an adventure. I miss him.
It's the Christmas everyone wants, which is flying to Virginia and sleeping in a dank, cold basement for 6 days with all 4 of your family members in one room. It just is the most wonderful time of the year. Then we all got norovirus. It picked us off one by one. And then I've had a very separate flu for 7 days, and I'm just coming out of the dark.
Oh my God, you see, really?
I always get sick over the holidays.
I think it's the plane flight.
I think it's also, you're going so hard, and then this is what I read, because I Googled a lot of things over this break.
Like early death.
Everything. That, when you go home sometimes, you let yourself go to your childhood home.
Okay, sure.
Is that strange?
I mean, it sounds right. The psychology of it sounds, sure.
My father, Danielle, so my little baby son who's 16 months was sick and he's in a little pack and play. Mm-hmm. And there's it's not blackout shades. It's the worst conditions. It's freezing. My dad gives me a space heater from 1980 for him. I'm like, I'm not putting this on next to my son's head.
Yes.
And my dad, when my son wouldn't go to sleep, we'd be trying frantically to get the baby to sleep, rocking him, everything you do. And we're all sick trying to get him down. And if he would cry, my dad would peek his head in the doorway and yell downstairs, "Why isn't he asleep yet?"
Oh, Jesus.
Then He was crying one time, and David and I crept into like the corner of the basement so he wouldn't hear us. And then we hear my dad clomping down the stairs in his Crocs. And he's like,
During the winter?
Yes, and just goes to the baby, why aren't you asleep? Let me pick you up. And we just pick him up out of the crib multiple times.
Oh.
I've never screamed at someone so loud in the face of a parent. I was like, stop fucking coming down here. What's wrong with you? My dad was like, I think you need to get your blood sugar up.
So he's just feeding you?
Yeah. But here I am.
You've made it.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. You know, I went to Florida again. You know, I traipsed my child and myself there.
Now, how does your husband get out of this trip?
No, he has a cat allergy, and that has really gotten him out of a lot of jams because we have to stay at my sister's, and she has a cat that
and there's no talk of a hotel.
There's unseen. Well, it's very expensive in Florida this year.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm not going to go spending my money willy-nilly. I won't even pay for extra leg room. So you really want me to pay for a hotel in Fort Lauderdale at the height of the season? Jesus, Casey.
I'm so sorry, right?
What do you take
Suggested
me for? So, and it was sort of a last minute trip too. So the prices would have been through the roof. And so I just said, you know, why don't you stay here? He had work to do anyway. And there's a cat. I have not seen this cat, but I've heard tell of a cat at the house.
Oh, you mean it's an outdoor cat?
Well, no, it's an indoor cat.
What? And you haven't seen it?
Not really. I'm just hearing about it. And you can see there is a litter box. I mean, maybe
the cat's passed.
Hopefully. I hate this cat. It's really ruining my vacation.
I hate cats.
Oh, I cannot stand cats. And I know there are listeners. We don't want to hear it. What's the point?
Ooh,
it's like
Danielle.
having an angry person in your house that doesn't want to talk to you. Why?
Or in my case, does want to talk to me. Cats feel disdain so deeply, they will come right over to you. If they think you're not a cat person, they're like, well, here I am. Oh. We are Siamese, if you please. Oh, I don't please.
No, I don't please at all. And I'm going to say this about a cat too. So I had a roommate once and he was like, I'm bringing my cat in. It's a farm cat. It's like a dog, as if that was a good thing. I lived in this small apartment with a dog-like cat, and it was some of the worst weeks of my life. This humongous farm cat fucking lived in my
farm cat
200-foot apartment in New York, and it barked like a goddamn dog. It was the most upsetting. Oh I still I couldn't wake up in a cold sweat. It used to stare at me and it just was angry and mean and big and shit everywhere and pissed everywhere.
Awful. And there's nothing like the smell of cat urine.
No.
I had to live with two cats. One of my many jobs after I was at NYU, I met this professor, and he was like a law professor at NYU, and he had this unbelievable brownstone, and he's like, you can live in our basement if you take care of our two cats, because his wife didn't like cats. I was like, absolutely. Yeah. But let me tell you, I wish I never moved in there. I'm underground with these cats that pissed everywhere, okay? And their hairballs were everywhere. And look, I wasn't the best owner for them.
No.
I wasn't petting them and stuff, but I'd have friends come over who liked cats, so they would pet them.
So you outsourced your petting?
I would, because I'd wake up and they're just on the bed with me. I was like, get out of here.
I love how much you hated cats.
Oh, I was fired.
How long into the job were you fired?
So very quickly before we bring our guest out, why I was fired. It's actually a different reason, which is amazing. So the wife, I was their personal assistant, and she's like, listen, I work for a ballet company, a huge ballet company. We need you to do a 2,000-part mailing for our fundraising. Did I tell you this?
Yeah, but not on the air, though. But I think our listeners need to know about this. This is so upsetting.
I'm the worst employee. So
you truly are.
Yeah, she's like, basically your job for this month is to, maybe it was more than 2,000, is to get this mailing out asking people for money, and then they'll send their checks in. And so my mom at one point was licking stamps with me. Everyone who came through the threshold was like, let's do this mailing together. I remember having a huge suitcase of them that I brought to DC and mailed from there. It was never not doing this mailing. And when the woman came down, I had put them in the mail, and it'd been 2 days, and she came down and was like, oh, is that one? Because I had a sample for myself that I put out of because it was multi-part mailing, and she's like, oh, is that one? I'm so excited to see what it looks like. People are going to get them tomorrow. She holds it up and her face goes white. And she realizes I've forgotten to send the envelope where you can actually send your check. And it's not written anywhere where to donate. And this was back, it's like, we're not
this
Apple
is
Pay.
Yeah.
None of that's happening.
You need an envelope to do anything at this point.
With the stamps on them. And I look to the right and I just see amongst the cat hairs and shit everywhere, just like 17 extra boxes that I've just simply forgotten to open and include with the mailing.
Okay. How did that firing go?
It didn't go well. I had to leave that week and I got a U-Haul that I lost the keys to. So it was parked on this very tiny street on 10th Street while I was unloading my stuff. Lost the keys. Cars are backed up in both directions and I'm sweating and shaking, trying to move.
Okay.
Oh, God.
That gives me a lot of anxiety, I have to tell you.
I know. Danielle, should we take a quick break and come back?
Yes, please.
With a great guest.
Oh, I'm excited.
Guys, support for today's show comes from Third Love. Using millions of real women's measurements, Third Love designs its bras with breast size and shape in mind for an impeccable fit and an incredible feel. All you have to do is answer a few simple questions from Third Love's Fit Finder quiz to find a perfect fit. I myself thought I was a completely different size, and that's why I had about 4 breasts, 1, 2 in the middle, and then a 4th one. The way they just simply don't cover your breasts. That's a lot of information, but it's true. Third Love offers double the number of sizes that most brands offer, cups A through H and bands up to 48, which is important and amazing. And with lightweight memory foam cups, straps that won't slip, and tagless labels, you will want to wear these soft and breathable bras and underwear every single day. They also have new cotton t-shirt bras and underwear. Guys, I'm really, really loving my bras. I've now purchased of my own volition 4 extra ones because they fit. Third Love knows that there's a perfect bra for everyone. So right now they're offering our listeners 50% off your first order. Go to thirdlove.com/housewives now to find your perfect fitting bra and get 15% off your first purchase. That's thirdlove.com/housewives for 15% off today. We're back.
Guys, we're back. And we have a good one.
A really great guest that we wanted to have on for a long time. She's a comedian. She's a writer. She's got an amazing style. And I have to say an amazing energy because this gal has been at many parties with me and I've had friends ask me afterwards for her Instagram account and or just like about her because, and multiple people have said, including Shira, Deanna, other people like, she's got a great energy.
Yeah. Also, guys, I have seen her in lots of makeup and I'm seeing her in very little right now. She's so gorgeous. Yeah. And I know that we shouldn't talk about people's looks, but I need a good-looking guest.
Yeah. I'll take it on January 3rd.
Yeah, come on. This earlier in the year.
Welcome, Chelsea Devantez.
Wow, this intro did so much for my self-esteem. If you knew the anxiety I woke up with after parties, just being like, why did I do that? I hate myself, and they hate me. So this is really nice. Thank you.
Also, Casey, she's giving you a run for your money in the bang department.
I know.
She's got some great bangs.
And she's piling her hair up on top of her head. She's got a very large but yet delicate hoop on.
Oh, thank you. You know, I'll be honest, I haven't washed my hair in 8 days.
What?
So that's why it's on top of my head.
It looks amazing.
I'm hiding like I've wrapped the hair around the gross parts. But I did use some Dry Bar, detox internet spray.
Sure.
So I sprayed my head with that. That's what you're looking at.
Wow.
You look great.
Thank you guys so much.
I love seeing you at parties. I mean, you're the only person in this world that could get me at 9 p.m. to drive to Beverly Hills to go to
Mastros. I feel so bad about this experience.
Why?
We left the show and we're like, we need to get dinner
This is after
somewhere.
our Vulture Bitch Sesh show. I did a show with Adam Pally.
Yes, I remember.
In which he refused to let us plan anything, and it was my nightmare. And Chelsea was our guest. Along with your boyfriend.
Yasser.
Yasser's the best. And the show was done at like 8:39.
Yeah.
And that's when I normally go home.
Oh, I'm tucked in tight at 8:39.
Yeah.
Yes. But for some reason, we were all hungry, and Yasser was like, we should go to Mastro's, which is such an expensive.
Oh, yeah.
It's a very luxurious place.
But you guys are dinks, dual income, no kids. Yeah. And you two were acting like Mastro's was just like Olive Garden.
Yeah. Well, and we're also, he and I both come from poor trash. So now that we have some money, we're like, Mastro's every fucking night.
I respect it so
me
much.
too.
And you were selling it. You're like, they've got a mac and cheese. What was the bread you were telling me about?
I was most amped up on the bread, which is the free part. So I don't know why, but they just have a bread basket. It has pretzel sticks. It has French bread. It has like some sort of like solidified cheese bread.
Yeah.
I once got in a slight row with Yasser, your boyfriend, over the difference. I said Ruth Chris was better than Mastro's, and he took umbrage to that.
I'm sorry. You're saying Ruth Chris, and just know it's Ruth's.
Oh, sorry.
Chris.
I don't know it.
Weirdest name
You
that
don't know Ruth's Chris?
I don't.
it rolls off the tongue. Ruth's Chris.
It makes zero sense, but
Ruth's Chris is analogous to Kyle by Aileen.
Yes, it is.
just
it
like
was
this
it was the predecessor to Kyle by
Name makes
for
zero
sure.
sense.
Well, we got them to go to Mastro's at 10 p.m.
Andrew
on a
Reynolds came
Saturday
with
night.
us. Adam came with us. Yasser's
Yes.
brother came.
Lindsay and
Danielle Libman.
We had a party of 10,
Holy.
which is crazy, at 10 p.m. at Masters, which is always booked with a bunch of psychos
And
rich people.
prostitutes.
Yes.
Lots of, yeah.
That feels about right.
So many escorts. And
Honestly, if I were a
club
prostitute, I'd be
atmosphere.
like, you better take me to Mastro's before I have to suck your dick. 'cause
Yeah,
this is tough stuff.
absolutely.
I got to get a good taste in my mouth before this.
I want a stomach full of mac and cheese.
I want that pretzel stick.
I want some cheese dip before you stick your dick in my ass. Just FYI.
Yeah, the only woman to want cheese dip before a dick goes in the ass.
Important.
It is
Yeah.
important.
Well, we rolled in there. It's busy. It takes a long time. We start this massive meal, massively expensive. At one point, I hear Yasser go, "We need 20 shrimp right now."
Jesus
And I was like, "No, please. I know we don't need 20. I know we don't need 20 shrimp." And he's like, "We do. We need 20 shrimp."
And people are ordering wedges. They're ordering with this, that, and the other. And it's been about 45 minutes. Nothing's come to the table but that bread basket. And I just said,
Was it fulfilling?
It was amazing. It really was. That warm butter. I said to myself, I got to leave.
What?
I know. It's just who I am now.
Oh,
And I
wow.
hate when people say this is who I am now. It's like, so stupid. I think. But I was just like, I gotta go. And Dave was like, are you serious? And then Andrew Reynolds was like, I think I gotta go too, because he had had a few. As had I.
Yes.
And everyone, the three of us had to stand up, and I've never had to say to dear friends, I'm leaving. Before the entrees have come
Before
out.
20 shrimp come?
Oh, yes.
It was uncomfortable, you know?
It was fine, and I understood it. You guys said goodbye. Andrew vanished with the wind. I don't even know when he
That's what's
left.
called an Irish goodbye,
Oh,
right?
Andrew
Yes.
yelled at me on the street, which was so amazing, because I'm, still have that, I don't even know, high school mentality. I was like, hey, we'll get an Uber and we'll drop you off. You drop us off at my house, and then it'll continue to take. He's like, what am I, fucking 12? He's like, I'll get my own Uber.
I have that same mentality. I was like, well, this is how we're going to do it. Then we'll divide it.
No.
Yeah, no. So they left. We were like, why did we do this to them? Why did we bring 10 people to Masters? And then 20 shrimp arrived. Casey's meal, David's meal, Andrew's meal.
Did you take them home with you?
There was no meal that had appeared.
Well, I tried to give David the shrimp. The shrimp came just before you guys left. And I was like, please take 20 shrimp. And he was like, there's nothing I want in my home less than 20 loose shrimp. And I was like, please take it. I feel so bad. He wouldn't take it. So we all took the most. And I ate like a queen for probably a week and a half.
Well, I'm sure
so
those
glad.
shrimp were good a week and a half later.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, settles nice.
It was a great night, and I'm sorry to have been rude.
It wasn't rude. It was understandable.
Guys, it's the new year.
It sure is.
And we're going to get into, Jersey and Vanderpump and Atlanta in one sec, but any resolutions?
Jesse?
I have a resolution. I have my boring actual things I want to do, but my spiritual emotional resolution is to stop putting my time into bad things that give me bad energy.
Well, sorry you've done this.
Hey, tomorrow's another day.
Yeah. Like most people, you fucked it up on the first day.
I already ruined it. Yeah. What's that book where it's like, if this, you pick it up and if it doesn't bring you joy,
Marie
throw it away.
Kondo.
Yes. I want to do that in my life with people and other things. I just want to be like, oh, you don't bring me joy. Like,
You want to
goodbye.
drag all the people in your life into the living room and look at them. That's what she makes you do with your clothes. So.
Oh, yes. Hold them up, show them to other friends, be like, should I keep this person in my life? No, not necessarily people, but just anything, you know, just like, stop. There's so much good in life. Why would I ever focus on something bad?
I think that's a great resolution.
That is.
I really love it.
I'm trying to focus, and this can sound so serious, on gratefulness this year. That's what I've just tried to, because it's so easy to get bogged down in the things that are making you very unhappy or the things. So when I start to feel really negative or upset or depressed, I'm trying to be grateful. I know, again, we're 3 days in and I've definitely complained quite a bit.
That's great.
But I am trying to get more grateful, or just change the minute I start to get negative to switch my thinking to being grateful.
I love that.
I do too.
I'm trying. We'll see. Again,
I've heard
in.
it's very powerful. Never done it myself. Can't speak for that.
No,
but
and I've tried it and it won't
Guys,
work.
it
hasn't
doesn't take.
It doesn't take with me, but I love it for you.
Thank you. What about you, Case? Where are you?
Well, I'm reticent to read mine after yours because it's exactly the opposite.
Okay.
These are the things I'm not going to work on this year. Not interested in self-care, being present, mindfulness, or gratefulness.
Oh.
Not interested.
Not interested
So
in
yours
self-care.
seems like not a resolution.
I'm just, I don't know. I know that sounds so negative.
It's not negative. Well, I think that there is something about like that sort of like, this is what I'm doing this year. The
and
question,
like, I deserve this.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, no.
Also, if you're sharing your self-care, I would say that's the opposite of self-care.
I know there's going to be backlash to this, but I don't know. I feel like it's very buzzwords that I don't know where it really gets us.
Yes.
Like, if you want to do your self-care, great. But to call it self-care, I don't know.
yeah. It's like, I think we're all taking care of ourselves.
I'm sure we're not.
Are you bathing in the morning? You're taking care of yourself.
Well, you know I'm not doing that. And I know this sounds negative. I guess just it's mainly like I'm going to be in the present. It's like we're all trying our best. Why do I have to put on top of every moment that I need to be present?
I'm sure that means like I'm just not going to stare at my phone as I talk.
Yeah.
to
Oh,
you.
I'm definitely staring
Let's
at
just
my
say
phone.
that. Yeah, I'm not going to not stare at my phone.
Well, I feel like the best resolutions for me are the active ones for me, you know, which is like I can literally do this thing. So that for me, whereas like self-care to me or like being present just doesn't feel like a doing thing.
It's very general.
Not to me, but to others, maybe.
Guys, look, we'll probably cut all this. I just feel like a negative Nancy. No.
I was just thinking of the
You're very positive.
The 1,000 people who were like, I did a year in review, you bitch, but I loved it.
Chelsea, I did one.
Did you?
I missed yours.
Yeah. Well,
I
moved.
saw yours. Yes, I saw yours.
Yes.
The thing is that I ended up really loving them, and I think I was too hateful to do my own because I obviously, looking back on my year, was like, I can't show this year to anybody. I'll show
have
you
a
a
lot to
different
show.
year.
You have a
Thank
lot
you
to
so
show.
much.
Wow. Well,
Should we get into
great
it?
resolutions.
Great resolutions. When you were like, "What's your resolution?" I was like, I didn't make a concerted effort for that, but that's one thing I've been focusing
I
on.
love that for you.
for you.
No, I'm saying it's wonderful.
Yeah, I love a negative resolution too. It's easier to do a negative.
Well, I know I'll fall through with it.
Oh, for sure. I'll follow through with that too. Don't you worry.
Guys, let's get into New Jersey.
Yes, please.
I'm loving New Jersey. I think it's so worth watching if you haven't been on the bandwagon. Danielle Staub back better than ever. Danielle Staub getting married to Marty Caffrey in some island is like the best television we've ever had.
Marty Caffrey is a piece of dough with eyes. Like, he's just like, I can't get his shape in my head. Like, I can't even get his face in my head.
just like a blob.
Yeah, he's just like a blob of whiteness
With no personality and a mustache.
and no like I couldn't pick him out of a lineup.
That
but
is
I know
so
his name.
true.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like he's just faceless. He's just like a.
And it took him so much to react. Like when they took him aside and were like, don't do this, she's going to ruin your life. It was like 3 hours later when he was finally like, don't say that.
You're right. And then Joe Gorga tried to spin it. And
he tried to spin it.
And the only like masterminding moment I've ever seen from Joe Gorga when he was just like, no, he really stuck up for you. We were just testing him. It's like, you were not testing him. You guys were saying the nastiest things about his fiance. And then you're right.
I'm truly going to use that in life. Like the next time I do something bad, I'm going to be like, that was a test and you passed.
Exactly.
And they also tried to use it. We're just busting balls. It's like, it's the day before his wedding. wedding.
Day before.
But no one.
He knew.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody knew. There isn't a person in a testimonial that was like, this is not going to last. Like, it was insane.
Guys, I mean, even seeing like Marty's, the two kids that came really quick down the aisle, it was so disturbing.
Yeah.
They're so upset. I can feel it.
Oh, me too.
Oh, and she's declaring it's like he chose me over them, and he had to. It's heavy. It's
Danielle's treatment of Marge is so disgusting.
Yes.
And Danielle's fucking unhinged. And I know we know that, but she'd been kind of sedated.
Can I say something, though, in response to that?
Not about the hair.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't even know.
When
where
the
you were.
girls came in with wet hair.
Oh,
and
I love that. I love it. Each one of them parading in with a wet hair. I just imagine some producers dousing their hair and walking.
Yeah, one girl came in with wet hair and she's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? I've done so much for you this week. I spent all week trying to build you guys up and you come here with wet hair? We don't have time.
What?
Yes, was she truly that bikini shoot? I loved Marge before, but I felt for her so hard because that's been done to me before, where a bride is like,
And how dare anyone make everybody
be in a bikini?
they actually, mine was, do you remember that trend when they were like, all the bridesmaids are going to lift up their dress and show their butts?
What?
Do you remember this?
No.
It swept the nation a few years ago. It's clearly still going, but it's like a photo where everyone picks up the back of their dress and shows off their
I find that
their
very
ass.
upsetting.
It was
With
very
their
upsetting.
undies.
Yes.
I'm a
but
grandma, clearly.
But some of them are in pretty, thongs or like cute little underwear.
I would have been in a full brief.
I would have been in a full spank.
Well, that's what happened.
The crotch hole cut out.
Yeah.
to
Yeah,
urinate
they come
through.
with that hole
To
cut.
urinate in a
Two
cup
extra
through.
hole.
I've cut them
Cut
sometimes.
them. Yeah, because the hole's not big enough to pee through.
If they're not cut, I'll cut them. Go on.
Yeah. Well, I had a bride be like, okay, now we're all going to lift up our dresses and show our butts. And I was like, oh, no, I don't think so. And they're like, don't ruin the photo. You got to do it. And I was
It's
in
a
a
shocking request.
I was in a full body beige Spanx.
Of course you
And like a
were.
really
Of course you
worn beige Spanx.
Like a normal person.
Yes, like a normal person.
Because
And
no one's undercarriage should be shown as a bridesmaid.
none of these other women were in Spanx. They all
How dare they?
There is a photo online of this bride and all these bridesmaids, and I love her. All their cute butts are out, and it's just me and Spanx showing off.
No.
No.
Chelsea, I would literally take my friend aside and strangle her until she like became lifeless in my arms.
I just tried to lean into like I'm a comedian. It was a bit.
No,
look at this
Chelsea.
bit I did on purpose.
She put that online.
Thankfully, it is not online. It is just in
Offline?
emails of our mothers, and it's printed out. Yeah, it's rough. It's a rough photo. And I felt for Marge. I was like, oh, I've been in
I
that.
felt for Marge a few times, but I was on Danielle's side for one thing, and I know this.
Danielle.
No.
Hear me out. When Marge kept talking about the weather, that it was going to storm the next day, because at my wedding, it was a heat wave that has never swept a nation more. And I even like, if you go back in the Farmer's Almanac, it was like this, where I got married, it was like cool at night. I had gotten like heat lamps, and then there was a heat wave. And my family kept saying, God, it's so hot. I mean, it's so hot. I screamed at them. I was like, stop talking about how hot it is. We know. Like, because it's not helping that situation. It's like, we're all aware that we cannot control the weather.
Yeah.
So you talking about it is just giving me an upset
So that
stomach.
triggered you personally.
So that triggered me personally, and I was on Danielle's side.
Okay, well, I can see that actually.
Okay,
like
thank you.
that's reasonable.
Okay, thank
But
you.
guys, Danielle is
yeah.
a nut.
She
And her daughters look very much like Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
Like their eyes are like very vacant.
Danielle's cheekbones are so big, I could hop from side to side on them. Like I could literally, like if she was on the ground and I put 2 feet on one cheekbone, and then I could land on the other one and like have a nice landing.
Strange.
climb on Danielle's
I could
face.
rock climb.
Strange image.
Yeah, she is. I mean, didn't Marty say he's like, she is so hot.
Yeah.
She's so hot.
But yet she's not having sex with him. It seems.
Yeah.
Remember, they were hot and heavy. At the pizza parlor last year, they fucked in the bathroom. Does anyone remember
of
that?
course.
And that's carrying them over.
Yeah.
But remember when they were all standing in the circle the same time Joe Gorga was like, we were just busting balls,
Yeah.
you know? And she sends like a chill up my spine. She's dangerous. She goes, okay. Okay. And like letting them go. And then she's like, he's going to get some tonight. I was like, this woman is so crazy. Like she will commit murder.
Oh, for sure.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah. And so Marty just has so much money. How?
I don't.
And why
unclear.
why did he give so much to her? I just don't understand.
I don't know. What does he do? Do we know what he does?
I
All
don't know,
questions
but
I'm sure that are a Google away.
I
and
mean,
yet-
basically, like, I don't think she feels nothing for this man. She's making his life a living hell because he's such a sap. He's just a poor sap.
yeah. Now, one of my favorite things also is Danielle said, she goes, okay, well, just so you know, money is not as important to me as life. Just so you know.
As just being
like,
a
I was
living
just like,
object.
okay, yeah, well, that's a pretty standard statement. But she said it as if she was like the first one to have ever said something like that. I was like, okay, sure. Profound thought. He also said, Marty said about her, she's a challenge to me. I like challenges.
She's a challenge to me.
Yeah. It was weird watching a wedding that's already over.
Yeah.
You know, like watching them say the vows was like, oh, this is deeply disturbing.
And
forever
her
means nothing.
vows were like one line long, and she was just basically like, I'll be your wife. Like nothing to it. And he was saying very nice things about her. And then I love that they were flashing back to Marge and testimonial with that like weird red top and that ponytail, that bouffant. And she was like, I don't think this marriage is going to last.
So I'm going to leave your life forever.
I like Marge. I like
I
that
love
she refers
Marge,
to herself as vintage Marge.
And then Big Marge or what
Yeah.
or like what does she refer to her mom as? Something like Big Marge.
I'm attracted to Marge's husband.
Me too.
Yes, when I saw he had like a tattoo,
I'm just
like him.
liking his stuff. I'm liking, and then she's still friends with the other steps. Like you can tell how much pain she is over that.
know.
I'm liking Marge.
I know Brett the
enjoying
stepson is worrisome, his energy.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit scared of him, but I feel like what can we do as a podcast community to get the stepchildren back in Marge's
her. I
life?
love that. If we could all use our New Year's resolutions to get
Forget self-care.
Bully them through
great.
some sort of social media mob.
Yes.
To get back
to just
in
say,
touch.
look, we know something's happened because clearly their dad, Jan, has moved on. But I get that feeling where you're the daughter and you have to like kind of defend the parent, even if the parent has moved on.
But Marge loves you guys,
And she
if you're
loves Jan.
listening-
But I feel like some weird secret's going to come out where their stepkids are like, she screamed at us every day. We don't love her. You know,
But then why
something-
is the one kid still?
There's always one.
Well, I
Because
think he's
he
not
doesn't
getting along
like
with Jan.
Jan.
Yeah.
So-
So it's
He's using it's a weapon.
I just
It's
feel
a
like
weapon.
something possibly weird can come out with Marge where they'll be like, she was the worst stepmom in the world, or
I think she's too tacky to be a terrible stepmom. You know what I mean?
Ooh.
Like she just doesn't have like. I think you have to like.
Guys, I think Marge is a great person.
I do really like Marge is maybe my favorite.
Me too. Me too. Not like Dolores, who's the Carrie of
Dolores.
Jersey.
Now, I was shocked to know that Dolores is still dating David the doctor.
Yep.
That was a revelation I had not seen. She was like, David doesn't have time for me. I was like, you are living with your ex-husband.
And Frank might as well join us as the main cast member now.
Yeah. When he was giving tips to Teresa
I was loving it.
about bodybuilding, I had a terrible thought, which is like, maybe this is an art form. Like, maybe this is the only modeling that matters is body. This man is telling this woman about like, it was so weird, and it made me respect bodybuilding.
Hey,
Look. All we can say is look.
I mean, not really. It's
no, I
it's
know what you
wild,
mean,
but
though. I was like, oh, wow, they both have this odd hobby.
odd hobby.
Odd hobby where like
so much
stress
work.
makes you lose definition.
Guys, look, I know when he said cortisol will keep you from, he said something really funny. Cortisol will keep you from being defined. I was like, that should be.
Is that? And there's no way that's real.
So if your cortisol levels go up, it's very hard to lose weight.
Yes.
I do know that.
Right.
So-
But the fact that it's directly related to your definition
And
is,
it's so seemingly related to your mental, emotional state. So
Yes.
for Teresa, and I think when Tamara was going through that with her daughter, I do respect the fact that it's like my personal life has truly bottomed out. I am in complete darkness, and I'm going to like take the ultimate thing I could have control over, which is my body.
Yes.
and go for it. I have to point out a cross-platform thing, which is on Fiza on 90 Day Fiancé, her husband went to jail and she's like, I'm going to become a bodybuilder. And now Teresa's husband's in jail and she's like, I'm going to become a bodybuilder. And it makes you wonder if they're just like beefing up to like whoop some fucking ass when I get home.
Like kind of subconsciously or consciously.
Like, I'm going to make sure you
Do you
never
think
fuck
Joe
up again.
likes this new body?
I mean,
No.
I don't know. I don't know that she's
His nickname is Juicy Joe.
Juicy Joe.
She's a
think
hard-bodied
he wants
gal.
to be the juicy one. I don't know
They're
that he
both
wants.
pretty juicy.
You know, he might be like, juicy.
So it felt like Joe was actually juicing, with like
Sure.
some steroids.
I mean, yes.
Now here's a question, and I had to rewind this moment like 3 times when Joey and Dolores' husband, when they were at that pretzel restaurant. Never seen a grown person like order a pretzel that wasn't like at a mall kiosk.
Yeah.
So that was interesting.
came
but
on a hook.
Yeah, it was so
like they caught it
I
in
was
the
shocked.
bread
Like that
machine.
to me, I literally was like so shocked by the just large pretzel at a restaurant. But okay, sure. But did Joey at one point when they were talking about Marty Caffrey and Danielle, did he say, and I believe that he said, he loves that pussy?
What?
Did anyone hear this? He goes, he's gaga over that pussy. And I kept rewinding
it sounds like Joe.
But like, can you say that on TV?
Well,
they have said all manner of thing on Bravo. Bravo
Yeah.
doesn't give a fuck.
Because I was like, I literally wound it 3 times and I was like, it's not totally clear, but I'm hearing it.
Well, the previous week he said, "Don't let the pussy whip you. You need to whip the pussy."
So this is the thing we're
yes.
saying. So this is the thing we're saying. Like I was literally like, no.
So yes.
But yeah, I think the first pussy comment, I was in such stunted shock that I missed that one.
Now
I was still thinking about him whipping pussy.
Joe is like the only man on planet Earth that I accept that kind of just
Oh yeah,
talk
I'm attracted.
from.
Really?
I mean, I don't
fully
accept
attracted to Joe. Fully attracted.
But Joe's so far gone.
Yeah. He's everything I've never been attracted to, and yet that package together is like, like I don't know what's wrong with me.
Ooga.
Like even when they showed that footage of him and Juicy Joe, like when they flash back, and remember when Joe, like all of Joe's like hair dye, like came off on the other Joe, like it was a crazy fight. But I was just like, I literally was like, ooh,
That flashback was incredible. As they ran at each other.
I have never. I feel like I've forgotten about when
yeah.
Joe Gorga ran across that weird lobby and attacked
at like hotel lobby.
Joe Giudice.
Giudice, sorry.
Giudice. Wow.
Now, can we talk about Jackie's article printed in the
Minivan Musings.
Yes. Oh,
For someone who talks about her journalism career
it's
so
the Bergen
hard.
Record. It's the I've looked up this paper. P.S.
Yes,
I
for
looked
it
up
to be
this
called
paper last
Minivan
night.
Musings, like let's take it easy on talking about being a journalist.
I was like, I have to look up this paper of record. So I looked it up last night, and here's just,
As did I.
Here's some of the headlines, other headlines in the paper, just if anyone wants to know. Here they are. New Jersey top lists of states people moved out of in 2018. What? Okay. And then this was the other one. Man dressed like Casper the Ghost robs hotel. So just if you want to know the articles going on in the Bergen Register.
It's called the Bergen Register. I love how everyone was like, "Did you read the Bergen Register today?"
like,
it's
no,
the Wall
I've never
Street
heard of it.
Journal. Yeah.
Like it arrives on your doorstep.
When Dolores asks Jennifer that, she goes, "No." Like, what even is that? I have not been allowed to learn how to
I
read.
feel like it's just a circular. It like comes in the Trader Joe's like Fearless Flyer or something.
Oh yeah, it's like the free handout. Please take the Bergen Register.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, I'm on Jackie's side with this article.
What?
Wow.
I know.
Okay, let's
Chelsea.
hear.
No, because I mean, to pretend that she wasn't being shady is crazy. Like she was absolutely
for
going
sure.
after Jennifer. But I
Okay.
thought she made such a good point with the article that I was like, yeah, it needed to be said. Like, can you grow up with all that shit and be a good person? I mean, no, you can't. You can't. You can't, right?
No one's denying that. Of course, you can't.
No, that wasn't the material in there is correct, but to come for someone,
Do you know how many friends I want to take down on this podcast, Chelsea? But you don't do it.
you can't.
Not when you have the type of listenership and audience as the Bergen Register does.
No. I mean, can you imagine all the people that are, all the 3 people that are reading it?
It's just, first of all, so close to when that happened. It's
Yes.
not like 10 years later where she's like, I remember a time. It's
True,
really
but
tough.
It's gonna be on TV anyway. She does talk all this shit about her house and her gifts, and she's showing off. It's sort of like, in what world is this a secret from everyone?
Okay.
I
do think Jennifer said it best. She said, I can say all this, but you can't. It's like when you can talk about your family, but someone else can't.
Yes. I wonder, and hear me out, because now I'm starting to see Chelsea's side.
I am too.
Casey and I, one thing you can count on is we never stand by our opinions. Is that one thing I'm thinking is that, like, you know what? She was being an asshole when she was showing it off. And so it's very passive aggressive of Jackie to do this. But like, look, you're going to act like an asshole. I'm going to say something. You already did it. I'm giving words to it.
Also, I think Jackie would say it to her face, you know?
Guys, Jackie's not well. And I know...
Really?
Guys, she's not.
You guys, I love her.
I love her too.
Guys.
Why is she not well?
Okay, I love watching her speak because her little voice is out. Like her lips have a weird thing. But I love her. I love her. The addition of her. I love her and I love watching her. I'm a fan in that way.
I
but
also think she's really pretty.
Yes.
Okay.
There's something wrong with her though. Like the way she's like she was like American Psycho when she was like, you really hurt my feelings with that article. She's like, did I say anything untrue? Like she's so cold.
But I wish I could be more like that. I mean, I feel like if Danielle Staub,
Bethany Frankel would not be that frank. How about when Jennifer said, which really did make me laugh, she's like, she's not Carrie Bradshaw. Slam.
Slam.
Yeah, that was one of Jennifer's best lines. We're like, oh, all right, good for you.
Yeah. Guys, Jackie's delusional. There's something very wrong with her.
I respect her strength, though, as opposed to like Joey Gorga, who backed down when Danielle said, like, hey, did you guys say this about me? And he was like, Jackie just stood by it.
Why wouldn't Jackie apologize to Teresa when multiple people have said, hey, Marge said it best. This is happening in real time. This is a private pain and a public pain. I think you shouldn't have said that. Why wouldn't she just be like, look, I never should have said that. If she wants, she's so into like how Teresa came back at her. But as Teresa said in the preview for next week, like, I was reacting to what you said to me. You started this.
Agreed.
Guys, I'm also on Jackie's side.
Wow, with Teresa?
I might be a bad person.
The points are correct, but you don't say these things.
But the delivery and also to say to someone you don't even know.
Yeah, I guess I feel like she was being so manipulative coming for Melissa. And she had no one to stand up for her. She wasn't speaking logically. And she keeps saying, when I was away or my husband's away. And she just like won't say prison. I don't know. I wish she
won't
was like,
say it because it's horrifying.
It's too hard for her to say.
I guess you can't.
Look,
you can't
here's
say
what
it away.
I
Everyone knows it's prison.
Here's what I wouldn't have minded is if Teresa's saying to you can control your husband to Melissa. Privately later, Jackie might go, I mean, doesn't feel like she can control her husband. Like a secondhand statement would be one thing, but Jackie's delivering these blows point blank to people and in a newspaper they all read. It's tough.
Well, they all knew they were talked about, and so then they read.
I want to know what producer put Frank up to having to act like
the
he
Bergen
read
Record.
this.
Yeah, they're like, hey, Frank, go look at your muscle magazine.
And he goes,
he
Dolores.
opens to look at his
Dolores,
muscle magazine.
you seen the Bergen Register today?
He learned that phonetically. There's no way.
Dolores and Frank's kitchen, we've heard so much about this renovation. It looks like they're in like, when you go into IKEA and they have like a fake kitchen set up?
Yes.
That looks like where they're filming.
It's so empty. It's so empty. Like the coffee machine doesn't look real, or the coffee maker is pointing out. Yeah. It was like, what? Where'd you get this?
It's very strange.
Yes. No, I agree. This house is, they're working on it, but I don't understand the relationship, but I'm excited by the relationship.
Ooh, the house is a metaphor for the relationship, you guys. They're working on it. It's mostly empty. Still standing somehow there.
Oh, wait. Another article from the Bergen Register. Car runs into bowling alley.
What? There's a lot of stuff happening.
So, again, delivering quite some headlines in the
really
Bergen
nothing
Register.
can beat the Caffrey headline.
I'm sorry. At the christening, which that was a really nice party, I have to say. The Joe's Donuts was cute.
Oh, I'm obsessed with little Joey Gorga.
He's so cute.
I love him.
Although, how about when Big Joe Gorga was taking a photo of his sister and Melissa?
That was so gross.
And another family member. And then he starts swaying his hips and going, damn.
Damn.
He's going to have high standards for women. Look at the gals.
I was so grossed out.
Also, the God Bless You Joey Instagram wall. Did you see that?
Yeah.
It had God Bless You Joey. That one really that one fucked me up on many levels, but I couldn't help but imagining 97 Joeys taking a photo on that wall.
You're so right.
A photo of their life that day.
Oh, God.
The last thing was when Jennifer went to shop at apparently the place that it's not just Nivea cream that is sponsoring the Housewives anymore. It's Giovanni.
Oh, it is Giovanni. I was like, we're at Giovanni again?
I have now come around on Giovanni to where I like the fashion.
Me too.
Oh, yeah.
I like a little bit of sparkle.
Giovanni seems way more suited to the Jersey crowd than the New York crowd.
But I feel like what the New York crowd is getting, like the fancy, like the couture Giovanni.
This is like
where they're
trashy.
getting like Nordstrom Rack.
Had you guys ever
Giovanni.
heard of Giovanni before?
Not a word.
No. Still not sure it's a real store. And not
Oh, I've
just
seen
like,
it in Beverly Hills or like in West Hollywood. Now I can't not see
Exactly.
Giovanni.
It's following me.
Yeah.
I have to know how much the dresses are.
Well,
a part of me is like, that's $100 sequin
Danielle
dress.
and I have done a little digging online, and
Tell me.
on Poshmark you can find some for $34.
I'm going to buy one. Giovanni! I'll be wearing Giovanni all year long. That's my New Year's resolution.
Guys, let's take a break.
Sure. Say hello to Lightbox, a new brand of laboratory-grown diamonds. If you've never heard of lab-grown diamonds, the biggest thing to know about them is that they have the same chemical makeup as natural diamonds, but they're made in a lab. And while natural diamonds are rare, Lightbox can make a lot of lab-grown ones, making them more affordable at $200 for a quarter carat plus the cost of the setting. Want to know what my favorite thing is about them? They come in different colors. You can get them in pink, blue, or white. Pink and blue natural diamonds are so rare, you've probably never even seen one before. But now you can own a lab-grown one or several. They've got necklaces and earrings for birthdays, beach days, or just because days. Treat yourself or give one as a gift to your bestie. Just saying, I've got a birthday coming up and pink is definitely my color. So check them out at lightboxjewelry.com/housewives.
Guys, we're back for Vanderpump Rules.
And we're back for a little Mima's beer cheese.
Oh, boy.
Mima's beer cheese.
I want some of this Mima's beer cheese.
Do you?
I want it big time.
Is it Mima? Is it Mame?
I thought it was Mima.
Yeah, but I thought I heard Mame once. I was like,
Oh, is it
what
Mame?
that?
I heard Mima.
Mame?
I heard many things.
When Brittany listed off the cheeses she likes, I did write this down. Cheddar cheese, sharp cheese, shredded cheese, string cheese, Woda or Gouda, something like that. Cheese in a can.
I love her.
She just listed one cheese cut up 7 different ways.
You thought you were going to get like a Jarlsberg in there?
Anything.
Never
Gruyere.
have two dum-dums found each other, and I love them together.
Oh, me too. I mean, they didn't even know to start a company and not even have the slightest idea how to even Google.
Yeah. Oh, we got to Google all of it to do our business.
That was shocking.
Shocking. And him saying, I'm a businessman. I know how to do business. And then being like, oh, I have no idea. I was like, that's every businessman.
Exactly. And then he was like, you know what? This is hard Googling. You know what? Fresh eyes tomorrow.
Yeah.
He's like, I got to take a break.
Hard reading all these wiki articles and YouTube tutorials from 12-year-olds telling me how to run a business.
Now, guys, this break, as you know, I was sick. I decided to treat myself to go back into the annals of Vanderpump because we watched it so crazy.
Yeah, and then we took like a beat off and...
There's a couple details I'll admit when I watched like 97 episodes in a row that I didn't really touch down on, which is the fact that Tom Sandoval dated Kristen.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. First 2 seasons.
I knew it, but I didn't really know it.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know what to say beyond that, but like it's such a mismatch. And then when she started dating James, and I felt this, can anyone like just tweet me, write on my Instagram, just tell me your thoughts? That's not a real relationship, was it?
I can't.
That felt like a true mismatch.
Well, it felt like the
James.
producers kind of put them together to introduce James. The way they're interacting, it just
But the way
doesn't feel
she's
real.
going after him in such
It's exactly what she did to Tom.
Yeah.
When she goes and brings these exes to, like, walks them up to the bar to be like, he's cheating on his now girlfriend, even though I'm the ex-girlfriend. She did it with Tom. And then she's just doing the same move again.
Yeah.
She makes me really sad. Like,
Wow.
I really hate Kristen. And then I'm like, she's sad. Something's
She
wrong.
is.
Something's deeply wrong with her.
Oh, Kristen,
She's
there is
incredibly asexual to me.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Very just not sexual.
I think her sexuality is drama.
she is someone to me who is damaged to the core.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
seems.
The way she stalks exes and girlfriends and flings.
But you have to admit, she has a talent to have been fired seasons ago from Sir and to still remain on the show.
That is a great
I haven't even seen her in the same room with Lisa in seasons.
Lisa doesn't acknowledge her, and yet she is always in that alley just waiting for a camera.
I know, but I guess I wish I could say she's doing this just to be on the show. I don't think so. I think these are like very genuine hurts that she is like...
Which is the worst. That's
so weird.
Sad.
I know, it's so weird.
Now, James helping Sheena move in or move out.
Sheena, also another cameo I didn't receive yet.
Oh, no! What is she doing?
What does she have to do?
Also James.
What? Well, James is busy working. See you next Tuesday.
He's
No,
T-Train.
he's not.
But I feel like that is not real. There's no way he's still not.
I feel like Lisa had to fire him because it was a body issue thing, and she
Yes.
thought like America would
yes.
revolt against her. But I don't think America's going to stand up for Katie.
No.
No.
Katie does not engender like that kind of support.
No.
No.
And feminism has been brought into this episode in such a weird, mutated,
They all
non-feminist
bring
way.
up, the way Lala brings up feminism is offensive.
And yes, and they're like, feminism, it means being nice to women at all times, even if they're crazy, even if they're mean. It's like, oh, you've all deeply misunderstood feminism.
And then when Raquel's like stumbling away from the bar, and she's like, Lala said she was a feminist.
Yeah, she's not feminist.
I've never seen someone open her mouth less than Raquel.
Oh, you guys.
Is the saddest.
When Raquel said, I think it really gets to me when people call me dumb because I have a hard time learning. I was like, you might as well have said, it makes me sad when people call me dumb because I'm dumb.
And then she said, I think it's because when I was young, I didn't reach my 12 scoops for the ice cream party. Then Raquel says, do you think I'm smart? And James takes the longest pause in history and goes, yeah.
That was a long pause.
Why are she and James living in an apartment where the bed is a twin?
Oh, great catch.
Guys, that apartment is so devastating.
All of their apartments are devastating. Anytime we go into Jackson and Brittany's apartment, I just want to cry.
But everything else in their life is incredible. Their cars, like those apartments are
They
maybe
can't be real.
We're always trying to figure it out because there's just no way.
Raquel tries to defend James in testimonial, and she goes, James may not be nice or respectful, but he has been kind of like a brother to his brothers.
That scene with his brothers.
I cried.
What?
Yeah. You cried?
I cried.
To me, they were all so inbred looking.
And
It's
his mom, too.
Yes.
It was all...
His mom's rough. But
James emerged like a diamond in the rough from a pile of ashes.
It's a bummer that James is the bright, shiny object of that family.
Oh, that father.
And do you know James has called that brother and been like, I need that $5,000 back?
Oh, that 5K. He never got it.
Yeah.
He
was a
that
check.
check did not. He said,
Didn't clear.
Do not cash that for a few weeks. I'll let you know when to cash it. And that call is still waiting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know what? I did not feel bad for him at all. Then when he cried, when Lisa fired him, I was like, I think I am on James' side. But then I remember his quote, I'm all for equality, but that whore can go fuck herself.
Sure.
But then I
know you
I
have
know,
been attracted
Chelsea.
to James. he does
You guys, I gotta call this out. A lot of weird attraction. Why are we?
Oh, for sure.
Who do we have to look at on these shows,
Yeah, I can't.
I mean, Mauricio's not around right now. What are we supposed to do with ourselves?
Mauricio.
Guys, when James was crying,
He's real.
I also cried. And I know I was in a weakened immune system state, but I felt bad for him when he said, this is all I have. I'm sorry. It's hard to see someone say, this is all I have.
And it was true.
Yeah.
I will say,
This
going
is
back real
all he
quick,
has.
when Melania was rapping, I started crying. Like, that whole scene of Melania.
How did we not talk about when Melania was rapping with Fetty Wap?
And then Teresa's like, get into it and does these hand gestures.
I know, that was tough. But
It was devastating.
But just, this girl has been through so much. Her father is her hero.
Her father is Joe.
Yes,
I mean,
it's just, and so to that, watching her rap and like, it made me cry.
and it's so hard because, I don't know that she has even like
Talent?
a cobblestone of a long road. I don't know how I'm trying to say this, like not even an ounce
No.
that could get us where she wants to go.
No. But it's an outlet for her, and I saw it as what it is, which is an outlet.
She did better with the rapping.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Singing
yes. The
was
singing
more fraught.
No. She was somewhat close to the beat, and we can say that.
Again, and I say this as a person that if I had been allowed near any sort of camera as a 16-year-old or any sort of YouTube, like if this
Isn't
were
she
around,
like 12?
possibly.
She knows no age.
Yeah.
Is she 7? Is she 24?
great.
I don't
thought
know.
she was like
but if
8.
someone had allowed me near any sort of device to get out to the public my singing voice, I had no concept of the voice of the fact that I could not sing. I mean, I still basically don't sing to the people, but like, thank God it didn't exist, because what would have gotten to the people? Would
Yeah,
have
if your
been
mom took you to
humiliating.
Fediwa.
No, forget it. I would have been like, okay, here's my voice coming at you, and it would have been terrible. So I feel for the fact that Milani has been exploited.
Yes.
Because she is
She'll
not
have to face that.
I
as a
feel
grown
like she
woman.
rapped one day in the back seat, and Teresa was like, "I'm so proud she has a hobby."
Yes.
Get her a rapping storyline.
Yeah, it was really sad.
it was-
and he
yeah.
did the best he could with it. He was like,
He
"Give
was
it a little
lovely.
more."
That gentleman was lovely
Yes.
and kind, and I salute him for taking a child with no talent and making her feel good about herself.
And
Thank you.
doing a cameo on Housewives that can't be good for him. So he really took a
really
fall on
did.
that.
God bless
the
that man.
fall.
God bless that soldier, that fallen soldier.
And the woman who was like, "Can you sing like this?"
Oh,
And Melania was like, "Yes, I can."
poor Melania.
Oh, so-
Sorry, we're back in Jersey.
So
but
tough.
Oh,
Why
right.
does Lala hate James so much? So much.
Is it because she had sex with him and regrets? It's just a regret anger?
I get that. I've had regret anger.
Yeah,
before.
where you're just like, I can't believe I gave you that. You deserved nothing.
And also because I think he calls her man out, and she's like so
Yeah.
protective of
And
him.
he's probably said, like, "You shut this guy down."
you guys, that Lala's man.
Ugh.
Oh my God.
Guys.
When it did the cut to of the picture, I gasped. I was like, no.
As I was told last week by your husband, Casey, he's a pretty big producer. And I was like, well, it's like, thank you. I'll take a
I'll
job.
tell you what. We watched Gotti this weekend.
How is it?
Guys, it's incredible. It's truly the worst. Truly the worst. And I hate to say it, but and there was points it is such a Goodfellas like ripoff. It's so upsetting.
Now, do you think this is your Hollywood bias against the mob speaking?
Oh,
Casey?
yes. Of course, you know,
Or is
Hollywood
this
has
a
this
true-
long-known Hollywood bias
history?
against
You
the
know what?
mob.
That's
They
what it is.
discriminate against the mob,
That
truly.
was an
They're just not ready.
insane-
They're not ready to see the mob.
That was
anything.
insane. That was an insane statement that I
And that was
enjoyed.
really funny when Lisa, I rarely see her throw that kind of shade in the
Yes.
testimonial. She rattled off not one, not two, but every single mob movie that's ever made money.
9 big hits.
I know. It was incredible. She even got into some indies.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
oh, Lisa.
Oh, Lisa. It really made me laugh when James was like, "It's very hard to get a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes." He's like, "It's harder than to get 100%.
I love that he Googled Rotten Tomatoes. Anytime one of them Googles a thing, I'm like, hey, good for you.
Having awareness, learning,
know.
reaching out, becoming a global citizen.
Oh, wait. Also, when Sheena said to James, he's literally hauling boxes for her, and she says to him, "Look, we're not friends. We're just work friends." I was like, what?
She's like, "We never hang out."
I was like,
Is
that's
he like,
bold.
It was bold.
It was bold.
Her storyline of never have. It's just been the same storyline for 6 seasons. Is Sheena's is friends with everyone, friends with no one, and then someone bullies her into being slightly mean to someone.
I love her presence. When I flashed back and saw her dancing on the bar to her single "Good as Gold," it made me remember, well, you know why I love someone.
I know why she's on the show.
yeah.
Even if she is not like a main storyline right now, she always comes to play.
The fact that that's way back. The fact that they pretended that she did a great job that night when she sang her single is still
All of
haunting
these,
me.
every single one of these people in any single of these Bravo series, they all have a performance and everyone fakes it in a way that is impressive.
Guys, when Lala was taking down Raquel, it's not a fair fight in a way that's shocking. Like, Raquel is so unequipped and so fragile and just so in over her head in this show. And you can tell why James likes her when she was at the dinner with his family and James is like, "Oh, you're so pretty. You're gorgeous." Like, that's what she
Oh, yeah,
is.
she's beautiful.
And when she tried to come back at Lala, and Lala goes, "We're bonding over my dad dying, you twat." I was a little bit like, Lala, that's not what she was getting at.
Yeah.
And to Raquel's credit, like following her and saying, like, "I am sorry your dad died," but like that is not what we were talking
Not a fair
about.
fight. And to bring that up when that is not what she meant.
But to me, that's what's fueling Lala this season. She's just so angry about her dad's passing, and she's just like going crazy on people.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and I get, I get it.
Of course. Yeah. I do too.
Yeah.
And yet,
I wish she'd dye her hair back.
I know.
Oh,
well,
me too. This was a bad choice for her. It's not even black. Like it's like
Auburn?
It's like a filter on. It's like Clarendon on black.
yeah, dye my hair Clarendon.
Yeah. Oh God.
Should we talk Atlanta, or is there anything else to say about any of the Vanderpump crew?
I will just quickly throw out Kristen when she was confronting James confronting Raquel with the woman that she had brought in. She threw out, "Riddle me this. Why would you not care?" And I was like, "Riddle me this." I think Kristen saw a Batman movie and was like, I am the Dark Knight. I shall take him down.
Yeah. I mean, I'm excited for next week's weird themed party. Winter, Christmas.
Where maybe Stassi finally goes crazy again.
Oh, please. Where's it been?
I know. We've really seen a subdued Stassi, which is not where
I think if this guy kind of like makes a wrong move, we're going to see her go so crazy because he's actually a good guy.
Yeah.
And she's been going crazy in the past over complete losers.
Yeah.
So where are we going to go now?
What would happen?
I'd like to see.
Can't wait. And I'm very attracted to her and Ariana in those outfits.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ariana's
I'm
done
very
something
attracted to Ariana.
Yeah, she's beautiful, but she's done something to her face this season.
Really?
Yeah, she did something to her mouth and her lips.
I'm going to say I'm more attracted to Stassi.
Wow.
Yeah. It's been that way for a while where people are like, she's so hot. And I'm like, yeah, she is so hot. You
She
guys.
is.
She is the
I
best
can't
you
take my
can do.
eyes off of Stassi.
Yeah.
I really can't.
Wow. Then I feel that way about Ariana.
Real quick, does Stassi have fake boobs, or is she the biggest boobs and she keeps reducing and lifting? Do you remember that comment where she's like, I got to get another reduction and lift because I don't wear bras? And I was like, wow, fuck you. But
Yeah.
But then secondly, have we just been on a reduce? I can't understand what's going on.
I don't know the pattern.
Yeah. I don't know what's happening, but
They look terrific. I mean, they always
They look
are
phenomenal.
They really do.
out to
She doesn't
play.
wear bras. That's so great for
I know.
her.
I can't imagine, but
Guys, remember when Lisa was crying about James and her brother being a DJ? Who would have ever saw that tie-in?
Ooh, that was yeah.
she's had a rough year with the death of her brother. That has been.
And let's not forget, Lisa's filming this juggling the shitstorm while she's filming, overlapping Real Housewives. I bet we're going to start seeing like Lisa's fallout with Real Housewives as this season goes on. Lisa's got a lot on her plate, and I like the way she handles these kids. These crazy kids.
I do. She is such a voice of reason. She is the adult in the room, and I enjoy that.
Me too.
Whereas on the other show, there's just not one adult. Not one adult.
Well, all of these people are not only adults, they're in their early 40s.
Oh, yeah. But eventually, there are no adults on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Like,
No.
Except for maybe Erica Jane.
Okay, let's take a quick break. Atlanta.
We're back. Now, I have to say, the Bitch Stole My Talent show, we were talking about this a little earlier, that was...
It's the best. I think
it
it's
was
the best
so
episode.
good, but it was terrifying because they each had to go up against each other in the thing that they were best at. So Shamari going up against Candy in a singing competition. Oh, I felt for Candy in that moment because Candy's never been. I mean, she's had a great voice, much better than me, but she's never been quite known for that.
She was terrible.
Yeah, she was,
she was real bad.
I'm trying to.
But still, I thought the whole thing just showed how talented all of Atlanta is.
Oh, yeah.
All I
Real
could
talent.
think is what if other cities had to do
What
a
if
talent
OC
competition?
had to come up with
they
talent?
had
Yes.
nothing.
What if Erica Jane
Endurance
had to
competition?
sing without auto-tune? Yes, endurance competition.
Oh my gosh.
I thought it was incredible. It showed
I
off their talents, and then it just sowed such deep seeds of insecurity that I think will last for seasons to come.
For
Let's
Marlo
hope.
not to win that fashion competition was, I think, the hardest thing that she's ever been through.
I was so happy that she lost.
Yeah, she deserved to lose. Even though, look, neither of them are quite my cup of tea in terms of fashion, but hey, that's okay. I like Nene's fashion much more than either of theirs.
Oh, yeah.
I really like Nene's fashion.
Oh, Nene's fashion is awesome.
I've never understood Marlo's fashion. Like, oh, she's fashion. I'm like, I don't know what we're looking at.
Either do
She
I.
throws just like a ton of huge name brands together and calls it a day.
You're like, okay. I would wear what Shamari's wearing, honestly. I mean, I wouldn't. I
Shamari
can't,
looks
but I
great.
would in my
Shamari
dreams.
has a body. She just had twins. I'm like, I can't even, I can't get, it's so
Did you have
insane.
twins? Are those your twins?
Those were insane. I mean, I don't even know what I'm looking at. It's amazing.
I also thought Eva has talked so much shit about Cynthia.
Yeah.
You guys talked about this. And then she does a walk-off, loses immediately, unanimously loses. And there was no cut to of like, oh, I went easy on her because she's a little bit. I thought she would have some shit to say. She got shut up.
She got shut out.
Yeah.
Cynthia's walk, her fashion walk is flawless. And I've never thought, it's like, who cares a fashion walk? But when Cynthia walked down that runway, I was like, oh, this is a talent.
And I'm surprised we haven't seen that before. It's like loving someone and then finding out they're famous. To see her talent so late in the game. So beautiful.
It was beautiful. We saw it once, I feel like the first season when she did that weird bathing suit show, but this was even
And we didn't
more
see much with the sunglasses.
Yes. No, we didn't. Or the cargo bags. We did a lot of, product.
Right. But on the kind of different body parts that would allow us to do a walk.
Yeah, it was. I wanted to see more of her walk because it was flawless. Now, the first scene this week of Portia sitting in bed needing to fart was a true
So disgusting.
masterpiece.
Her fart time. She's got fart time blocked out.
So disgusting.
Loved it.
Oh, God.
Because she's so great. Like, she just doesn't hold anything back, literally.
Except for her farts.
Except for her farts. And then it
Portia
put her in
has
a
sewn
state-
this man up. Like, not 5 weeks ago was she in Miami just like hoping to get him to like her. And now here she is.
He's like got to put his finger in a butt to let out the steam.
Maybe it's just her punishing him, being like, I know about those other tattoos. And now I will be farting all over you.
Yes.
That was incredible to just see her moaning from gas.
So gross. But she's
So
bringing
rough.
us so many different angles of her personality.
Lots of angles, right and left.
Her saying,
Oh, no,
no,
God.
please.
No.
I was going to say, her saying that's what a condom looks like in the gynecological office with her legs spread open.
Funny.
I was like, you're a comedian even in this
She's
position.
a true comedic voice. True comedic
And I
voice.
think he really likes her.
Me too.
No.
Oh, God.
Chelsea breaking
Maybe I just want him to.
I want him to like her. I mean, he has other women's names tattooed on his body. How much can we trust this man?
Well, think of Johnny Depp. Wino forever.
Yeah, he's a great example to look to as a man we can count on.
I know, but I want it for her. I want her.
I
After
do.
what she went through with Cordell,
Yeah.
I want it so much
She
for
deserves
her.
love and happiness.
Guys, 50 Cent, when she had her party for Noelle, that was tough.
That was rough. To have all those people downstairs and then to have Noelle not wanting to go down to the party and sobbing.
But Cynthia's such a pro. So when she goes and knocks on the door and she sees that Noelle's crying, I thought the way she only opened the door up a crack, she was just going to go in. No. What Cynthia did was call her out into the hall, but keep the door cracked because I was like, oh, the room is messy. She just drags her out because Cynthia's like, I know this needs to be on camera, but we're not going to do it in there.
And see, that's why she's good at, like, people are like, she doesn't have drama. No, she is working.
It was
angles.
effortless.
Elegant, understated drama.
Elegant. Yeah.
I
Understated
thought
drama.
Noelle is the answer to Jackie's article. Can you grow up with everything? And, she can't leave the house where her mom apparently turns off the shower behind her. Wow. It's, yeah.
And look, I think Leon is providing a great balance. In Cynthia's defense, I do think, and I know Leon was around, but she was based, a single mom raising her. I do think that does provide a bond that is also very difficult to not become like codependent in a way.
Very true. When they had their mother-daughter montage, I cried.
Oh, I
cried.
I was in tears during
yeah.
that montage.
As was I.
Tears.
Again, Leon is everything.
Oh, Leon.
The voice of reason.
And their attraction is palpable. Cynthia.
I know.
Yeah, no.
I didn't think you meant Noelle and Leon.
Yeah, it almost makes you sad she has a new boyfriend.
Guys, Leon has a very nice career. I've been following him
He's
on
in
Instagram
Cool
now.
Runnings. He was
I
the
know.
star of Cool Runnings.
I know,
Oh.
guys. I didn't know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Leon's a star.
Yeah.
Oh,
He really
I like
is.
him even more.
Yeah, he's gorgeous and talented.
I mean, I don't know. I hear what you're saying, Chelsea. It's difficult. Like Cynthia tried to cut her food at dinner. You know, it's hard.
I know. I did look at the relationship and look at my daughter and I's relationship and thought, that's where I hope we head.
I mean,
that's hopefully us.
Imagine the time she is having at college right now. You've been dropped off with your Real Housewives camera crew mom. You
She's
cannot.
a single.
Yeah, she gets a single. Thank God that another roommate's life is not.
But by the way, that in itself, it's like you should be forced to room with
Yes,
someone.
you
Absolutely. Yeah. I just can't imagine she's surviving.
I got in a physical
in the
fight
least.
with my freshman year roommate.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Yes, we got in a
First off,
physical.
what dorm were you in?
I was in Weinstein at NYU.
I was in Reuben.
I was in Reuben. You went to NYU?
Yes, I was in the low-cost Reuben housing.
I was in Reuben
Of course, the 3-person room.
Yes, the 3-person room.
June was in Reuben.
Who was?
June.
Diane.
Really? You guys, what a connection.
But Weinstein was like a little cell. I mean,
I
they were.
loved
They were all
Reuben.
little cells. Yeah, I had a real rough time. But you know, those low cost rooms where it was bed to bed to bed.
Yeah.
And you know, when you have 2 roommates who hate you, it's just not a
Why
good
did they
time.
hate you?
You know, I remember for one of my acting projects, I used the microwave to burn popcorn to pieces so I could have a real smoky feel in the room when I released my popcorn and did my smoke dance.
Wait, I'm sorry. What?
This
Truly
Can I
what?
tell you? I was like, this tracks. I get this. This
Yeah,
is
I mean,
NYU.
it
Like I
sounds-
didn't even question.
I know. I was just a weird, sweaty, Southwest small town kid who did not belong there. I wore overalls to my first day at NYU. Not cute overalls, like real, true
Like a
Walmart
farm
overalls,
cat.
like a farm overalls. I wore them at
farm
NYU.
cat.
I mean, I just didn't belong. I feel like we really skipped over the physical fight.
Yeah,
though.
let's get back to that too.
Briefly. So Kristen Bell lived in the room next door to me, and she's so sweet. And I would always hear her like practicing her tap routines on the like 2 tiles placed together in the bathroom because she was such a like wonderful, diligent student. And so I was really sick and I had taken NyQuil. So I'm lying in bed and I hear the elevator open and I hear Kristen and my roommate at the elevator talking. And Kristen said, "Is Casey still sick? I want to go down to the commissary or whatever and get her some orange juice, get her some food." And I hear my roommate say, "She's not sick. She's just faking it."
Oh.
She comes back in the room and it's dark.
Ooh.
Guys,
Talk about a farm cat waiting to meow.
I was in NyQuil haze. I stood up. And she shut the door and I slammed her up against the wall. Yes. And I put my hands around her neck.
Casey!
Just for a second, but I
For a second
fucking
is a second too
scared
long.
the shit out of her. She was so startled. Startled doesn't even begin to cut it. Okay. She was such a fucking bitch all year to me.
Yeah.
You think?
Yes. No. This was the
okay.
end of the
Okay,
year. So
before.
guess what happens the next day? She always was like, "You're so fucking weak. You're such a," like, she was so mean to me. The next day she goes, "Do you want to go to Johnny Rockets and get a milkshake?"
Wow, she respected it.
She respected it.
Wow, that is my least favorite kind of woman where you find out you're like, the thing to do to you is be...
Is to strangle you on
Horrific.
NyQuil.
Yes, no way to prove that you're truly sick, like strangling someone with your...
Now, I never told Kristen that. I never told anyone that because it's too shameful. But just know, NyQuil will make you do some things.
I've been on NyQuil
Yes, I'm
many
sure it was the
times,
NyQuil, Casey.
It's never made me get up and lay hands to somebody.
And Weinstein means you were a freshman still. So you had 3 to 3.5 more years with this human.
Correct. No, then I moved dorms. But I will say she respected me after that. And that's the only time I've laid hands. Except on my many
There's
boyfriends.
got to be another time. No way. I believe it's true. If you've laid hands on someone, as I have, there's like 5 or 6 scattered times you will also.
Oh yeah,
remember.
nobody's ever just laid hands once.
Yes.
Like that's not.
You don't just like have the strength to. The moment you punch someone in the face, you're like, "This is easier than I thought. I can
Cross
do
that
it
line.
again."
Crossing that line is nothing.
As I've learned from my child, you don't just lay hands once. I don't mean me on her. I mean her on
Well,
me.
and she's gone beyond laying hands to where she's like, I don't even need to lay my hands. I'll spit in your face.
Oh, Sydney is prison justice.
Wait, what?
My daughter she's better now, but she does not give a fool. She will spit directly in my face. Like, bitch, you think, don't come for me.
Oh, I'm just happy she's a strong, fierce,
and do you
independent
respect
woman.
her more?
Oh, I will never yell at her again. I do. I respected her more.
That's amazing.
But yeah, no, I can't believe I've known you so long, and the story has yet.
And that Kristen Bell is a cameo
like
in the
getting
story.
orange
She
juice
has a
while this is
beautiful
happening.
cameo in it, but
Yeah.
that's why I couldn't. She was so sweet. I couldn't go out there and say,
orange
guess
juice.
what happened? No.
That's
Don't tell her.
incredible.
I don't want her to know what
Makes
kind of
me
person I
regretful.
am.
I didn't strangle my roommates.
No,
It's an option, guys. It's always an option.
it's an option.
Guys, before we wrap up, really quick, Mama Joyce making no sense again, just nonsense about
Oh,
lemons.
the lemon.
Little lemon.
That was, talk about spinning a tail.
But she knew what she was doing, so I couldn't really laugh at it. It was just gobbledygook.
Yeah.
But Todd's done. He's like, fuck this.
Yeah.
Like, I thought we came through this and came out the other side, and I have done stuff for their name with Old Lady Gang is a hit. No matter what you want to
She
say.
made them a restaurant.
Old Lady Gang is a hit. I've been there. It's terrific.
They bought her a house, a huge house. They've made a restaurant in her name. What more can
and it's
Todd
a
do?
franchise. No, she's in his mind. She's dead, and I agree with him.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm on that side. Although I really do love calling out a fixer-upper man. Like, look at this man you fixed up. Women should get more credit for that. Fixing up men. Let's honor these women.
Yes.
Diamonds in the rough.
Yes.
No one knows how to dust them off like me.
Oh, yeah. I had a lot of fixer-uppers that didn't get fixed. They were worth less after I was done.
You're a real Wreck-It Ralph.
Real Wreck-It Ralph.
Now you're with it.
Now you're with a diamond.
Now I'm with a diamond. I'm the fixer-upper in my
No,
relationship. Truly
stop.
heartbreaking.
You are with a diamond. Yasser
little
Lester. Also in Black Monday with me, a dream and a writer on it.
Yeah, and it's a great pilot, y'all.
Thanks, guys. It just
Speaking
dropped.
of,
It's
nice transition.
Nice trans. Well, it's on Showtime, and they released it early. The pilot, if you want to watch.
On YouTube. I'm not in it, so I can speak objectively and say it's phenomenal.
Well, your boyfriend's in it, but
You're true.
It
I'm
really
so
is.
biased. I'm trying to hide it.
I wrote on the show, but not on the pilot, so I can speak to the pilot and say that it is so funny. It's so
great.
good. And
guys,
Yeah, it's got mystery to it. It's like action. It's got all the things.
it's Don Cheadle and Regina Hall and
Andrew
Andrew Reynolds and Paul Scheer
and Casey Wilson.
and Yasser
Horatio
Lester.
Sands.
Ken Marino.
Guys, it's a
All the
Dreamcast.
hits.
Yeah.
Dreamcast.
And
It's
Danielle
free.
later.
I come in.
Spoiler alert,
soon.
Danielle will be on it.
TBD? No, I come in soon.
Danielle, before we end, I just want to give a shout out to my really good friend, Sarah Wright Olson. She's an amazing actress, and she starred with me on Marry Me. Recently played Tom Cruise's wife in a movie.
I know. I saw it. It was hot.
It was hot. They filmed that sex scene for 2 full days in a simulator. Woo! And she's so attractive. And by those sounds I'm making are about Sarah.
Oh no, I've never seen someone so beautiful in person.
I know.
And I'm obsessed with her Instagram.
Oh my God. Her Instagram is so annoying though, because it's like, here's someone who looks so gorgeous 1 week after they've had a kid and is like picking fruit off a tree and like going backpacking with both her kids on her back.
Her eldest and my daughter were the same age at the same time. We were working on Marry Me, and she always like had it so together. She's one of those people,
And it's sunny and you're like, is this going to be reveal itself? Like
Yes.
what lies
No.
beneath?
And she's the nicest
I
human
know,
being.
nothing lies beneath. She has a new company. It's given Honest a run for its money, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
It's called Baeo, B-A-E-O, and it is plant-based organic skincare line for your entire family.
Yes, for the babes, for you.
She gave me some products. There is a butter cream.
It is luxurious.
There's like chopstick. There's a little face chopper for your kids. Like
Yeah.
it's a little stick that rolls on their cheekers.
Especially this time of year when everything gets so dry. Like just put a little bit, like my daughter, especially on the cheeks gets dry. I've been putting a little bit on her and it just smooths it
These
out.
are luxurious lotions, and they're genuinely, and I'm not throwing shade anywhere, but genuinely 100% organic and natural. So this is big, guys.
Yeah.
It's such cute packaging. B-A-E-O, Baeo.
And it's affordable.
I'll say.
So guys, check out Baeo Baby.
At Baeo Baby. It's really great.
And
Great
it's so
job,
cute.
Sarah.
Yay, Sarah.
And her friend Anna. Okay, let's plug Chelsea Devantez before we leave. She was a wonderful guest. Thank you, Chelsea.
So funny, so awesome. Check out her Instagram.
It's at Chelsea Devantez, at CHELSEA. Devantez. She is hilarious. She also writes on the NBC sitcom The Abbeys, which is coming out with Jessica Chaffin, Natalie Morales, Neil Flynn.
Guys, what a cast.
What a cast. What a guest. I love Chelsea so much.
Also, I just want to plug again, we're coming to New York. I'm so excited. We'll be there at the end of the month. The 26th, January 26th at the PlayStation Theater in New York City. We have an 8 o'clock and a 4 o'clock show. I think the 8 o'clock is already sold out. The 4 o'clock, I think we still have a few more tickets left. Andrew Reynolds and Greg Bennett are our special guests.
And you know what movie I want to plug? Just literally not asked. This is just off the top of my head. I watched over the break. It's Private Lives. Have you seen it?
No.
With Kathryn Hahn and Paul Giamatti.
No, I have not seen
It's Tamara Jenkins' movie. She did The Savages. She did Slums of Beverly Hills.
Oh, I love those movies.
It is about fertility struggle.
Oh, been there.
I literally was weeping in my room alone, like shaking, weeping, and also laughing. It's so good.
I will watch that.
I don't mean to be a grandma, but they don't make movies like this anymore.
I love it.
My dearest Kathryn Hahn and Paul Giamatti are so good in it. Private
She's great
Lives.
in everything.
I know.
Oh, my gosh.
She really is. It's on Netflix. It's so good. And I'm loving Sally Field's book you gave me for the holidays.
Sure did.
Read it cover to cover.
So good.
I also read Seduction.
Karina
Longworth's
yes, and you
book.
gave me that as a birthday present.
Oh, you know I get all my old Hollywood fix.
I know.
Oh. Okay.
Guys, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. And congrats to Andy Cohen.
Yes, baby boy.
Baby boy.
He's gonna make such. I want to be his little girl.
I do too.
Andy, adopt us.
Andy. I wish it was just like me and him traipsing around New York, even though I'm probably older
Going
than
on
him.
his vacations. Oh, I'm 100.
Me,
and I'm
him,
still be
John
like,
Mayer.
hey, Dad. I'd call him Daddy in a second.
No, he could dress me up in like little outfits. Yeah. I could go out with him and Diane von Furstenberg.
I'll walk.
I'm so happy for him.
Congrats, Andy.
I've watched him give that announcement like 20 times.
Cried.
And did you look up? He put out a clip where the camera is just on the housewives when they find out. It's truly heartwarming.
Oh, I gotta watch it.
Truly heartwarming.
They were thrilled for him. I could tell.
That game made me really laugh where they were playing like they would ding a bell if something was true about them, and Nene was dinging all over the place.
I love her.
Wow, guys.
Have a great day.
Happy New Year.
This holiday season, Earwolf wants to spread some cheer. Cheerwolf, if you will.
We've got special episodes all over the network just for you.
Andrew T. and Tawny Newsome talk to Kulop Vile, I can't pronounce this, about holiday racism on Yo, Is This Racist? That sounds fun.
Unspooled takes a deep dive into AFI's favorite Christmas movie, It's a Wonderful Life.
Off Book has not one, not two, not four, but 3 holiday-themed musicals for you to indulge in?
Surprise! All the special holiday episodes with special guests are out from behind the paywall as a gift to you.
You can also check out a very special Improv for Humans episode, Best of the Bible.
On Are You Talkin' REM Re-Me, the Scots talk about every REM holiday single released and nothing else.
Sean and Hayes hit the slopes with Adam Pally on a very festive episode of Hollywood Handbook.
Beautiful Anonymous, Chris Gethard is taking calls for New Year's resolutions.
Tune in on Earwolf's Facebook page December 21st at 2 p.m. Eastern.
Marissa and Listler get a special listener call-in with a heartfelt proposal on Womp It Up.
Followed by the Christmas Womptacular, released from behind the paywall. And if that's not enough, check out even more special holiday apps from How Did This Get Made, Getting Curious, Who Charted, Threedom, of course, Comedy Bang Bang. Happy holidays, happy listening, and a merry Cheerwolf to all.
So much stuff, so much cheer. Cheer Wolf.